Hello, it's Jean and Art and welcome in today's video, whatever it is. So I thought in today's video I could show you the process of my artwork. Initially I was going to do like a speed drawing with some music, but then I thought why not talk about the process and anything that comes into my mind. Maybe it will be like, you know, less boring. I wanted to add that I am not a professional, I'm just a self-taught illustrator who draw. So this is the reference that I used for this illustration. I just took it from Pinterest. Without any further ado, let's talk about this mess. What is that supposed to be? What the hell is that? My worst nightmare is anatomy. I don't know how my brain works, but honestly, I swear like I'm trying to practice to make it better. It's just that my sketches are always so messy. On the first sketch, I just wanted to kind of shape the character. Let's say it's like the first draft of a book and it's messy and yeah. Now that we have the base of the face, let's talk about the hand. Oh my god, it's just my second nightmare. I've learned that the easiest way to do it is to draw little sausages. So apparently that's a sausage. Never mind. Oh yeah, by the way, I wanted to say thank you. Like a big thank you for all the love giving to the iPad reviews videos. I didn't expect people to be like such interested in those, so thank you. While we are finishing the sketch, I wanted to tell you about the release of my first ever keychain. They are now available in my shop and I've put my art into it. So if you don't know, I have an Etsy shop where I sell stickers, keychain and more from my design. Everything is handmade and as much eco-friendly as possible. If you want to have a look, I'll put the link in the description. Let's start with the second sketch, with something cleaner. I had to figure out the hands and arm. The hands, there's only one hand. It seems like it was a bit too flat. Even though I was not satisfied with what I was doing, I always hear like, you know, trust the process. So let's just do that. I couldn't help myself but add tattoos for a bad boy vibes. You know, like just as a person who has tattoos, how can I not? Ah la la, my favorite part. The line art. For the line art, I've created my own brush by playing around with the settings and just making it how I liked, basically. I don't have much to say for now, so I'm just gonna let you enjoy it. Now that the line work is finished, I'm gonna start coloring. I haven't seen many people using this method of coloring, but I can show you if you want, you know, to try it. First, I duplicate the line art layer, set as reference the bottom one and create a new layer between them. Like that, we only have to choose our color and fill up the area we want without do like, any outline. So I think it saves time for the flat coloring. And of course, it all depends of your style. If you're using like a brush without texture, I think it's something that you can try out. I was also thinking about doing a video about Procreate tricks that I've learned so far on Procreate, so that might be in a future video. Next, I want to add the details and the texture. So starting with the skin, I'm creating a clipping mask over the skin layer. Pick a darker color from the skin tone and draw all the areas I want to cover. Then we use the blending tool to blend evenly. I struggled a bit under the hand because I felt like it was quite empty, and after I finished the drawing, like a few hours later, I realized that the thing was missing. It was the mouth. Oh well. Now let's add the highlights. Using the blending tool again, it just so the artwork doesn't look too flat. I think that drawing hair is like my favorite part because of the texture I can add to it. I'm not trying to make it look realistic or anything. I guess it's just satisfying to draw. So I grab the dry ink brush, that is the Jiffle brush, so you can find it in the inking section. And I draw some pieces of hair here and there, mostly at the end, to create some shadows. And I do the same thing with a lighter color. I like to add some variation of color to the hair. My hair are currently blue. Well, there was blue, but now it's just turning greenish, so let's add that. Next is the clothes. Kind of the same thing, adding some shadows here and there. I was not planning to do that on the tattoos, but I thought it could, it could look cool. Another thing I like to do is add pieces of hair outside of the line art to give more volume. Continuing with the details, let's add some warm tone with a dark red that I'm gonna blend with the Gaussian blur and reduce the opacity. It's just to give like, a little blush. At first I wanted to leave the shadows how it was, but went for a blending everything together and adding some highlight. Time to make the eye shine on a new layer on overlay mode using a light pen brush that can be found on the luminous section. I use this to make the eyes pop using the same color as the eye color. Now let's go back to the menu and duplicate this canvas. So I am duplicating my artwork. In case I do something wrong or I don't know, I messed up, I still have this other artwork that is still good, nothing will get lost, Double security. So I can just merge all layers together. On another layer, I'm gonna grab the color I want for this scene. I always go for like a dark blue, then change it to an overlay and reducing the opacity. Let's talk about backgrounds. I love creating colorful background that is full of fantasy and magic. First, I take the light click brush and just let the magic happen. Second is the bokeh, and I don't know how to say that, alright? And because filming make me overwhelmed, I forgot to draw the highlight around the character. So let's do that now. I create some highlight around the face, the hair and the clothes. Okay, that's done. Okay, my legs got tired, so we're gonna continue like this. Sorry for the reflection of my nice face over here, but yeah. I was not going to add this at first, but it could, add some mystery or something. So I just drawn some leaf covering the face. I played around with the blend mode to finally choose add and reducing the opacity, so it just looked like it's some light through some leaf of a plant or like a window, I don't know. So this is how the final looks like. If you want to share it on social media, I just export the artwork as PNG. I didn't know how this would turn out, but I'm okay. I'm pretty happy with it. I feel like when I'm not filming, it feels much more comfortable to draw, and I feel like I can actually draw better. So literally I made an illustration a few days later and I was like, oh my god, it's amazing. I'm so sad I didn't film it. And when I film, I'm like, oh, I don't like it. It's really weird, but what can I do? But yeah, when I'm filming, I just feel like I need to make everything fast and finish fast, just because like I feel maybe it's gonna be boring at some point. So yeah, this is really weird. So yeah, that is all for this draw with me video. If you liked it, consider subscribing, it will really mean a lot. And if you want to see more of my artwork, you can also find me on Instagram. I post almost every day actually. The link of my Instagram is in the description. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Bye!